virtual can type it and email it to me. I'm not going to read it. I'll print it out, fold it. Same thing for you guys, okay? If you want to handwrite it, just get that to me somehow, okay? I'm going to pass these out. You're writing a letter to yourself and putting the color. Yes. It's not easy for me to. What color would you like?
No, that's my code. I would go. No, my thoughts made you up.
There you go. Boy.
You have to write it down.
You gotta like, you don't have to literally. You are like, what word?
Or a word. Right. Anything. No. I know, right?
Right, you gotta like, you are.
Oh, yeah, I work for 2 days.
Everyone's going to die.
Yes.
I know you're talking around.
Right? She is the worst dancer I've ever seen.
Okay, guys. It's probably physically impossible to write a letter when you're talking. Unless you're composing it, someone who is typing it or writing it for you. So, today is the 26th of August. August is the letter on the number 8. All right? You do either style, digits, or trying to get out. Yes.
What exactly are we writing the letter? Or like.
Okay, okay, so guys, the letter to yourself, this, I would imagine, if I were writing a letter to myself in the future, I would probably fill it with things like maybe what I'm doing right now, what's going on right now. Also things that you hope to be, like I hope that I have done this. I hope that I'm, or I feel like I'm planning on doing this. And that way you can read and see how things changed, if things turned out like you wanted it to. Again, probably not the easiest letter to write, but you are putting in those things that you would like to remember. You are living in history. This is a pandemic that hasn't happened in 100 years. 1918 was the last one. Not saying you have to make it about that, but it is something very interesting, very different that you can keep and have. Okay? Does that help at all?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. I'm not reading these. When you're finished, you will fold it. I think they said hamburger. But that's not too
Like
big.
Lindsay style.
Hey.
Fold it like this. Put your name on the outside. I'll put staple it. I'm going to put it in the folder and keep it and give it to your name. I'm not reading it. It's your letter to you.
I didn't start. I'm getting good things. All the kids like here, maybe like me on that day for you. See if I can complete all the computer.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know like
People that drive like 50 acres sideways.
Class of 2020, almost what class of 2020, but that's already happened, hasn't it? That's 2021. You what? Click this right now. Check my people. Okay, nope. All right, so show it. They are done and then you are letting yourself to have a mind. You're right, and I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to do this one. You're going to this like this. You're going to save it and keep it in the way. Now read them out. I'm going to get one set of school. I'll put it on top of your head. Okay? I'll let you. Woo! But you're right. You'll be open. My seniors, they were, you can imagine how easy they wrote it before. And they might be. Honest. But they were very easy to do. I had them all. You could ask Stephen. You could also write, I hope I've done this. Things like that. What do you think would be?
Why don't we ever play like, why don't we ever play like,
Okay, we know that.
I really don't.
We know that. You can do it.
I'm here for red.
I've told you guys, I'm not going to be reading these, right? It's for you. So you're just simply getting the points for doing it, and you'll get them back in May. Hey guys, I need your name on the outside of it when you finish, so I'm not reading your letter, that way I'm not gonna get it. It is good, it's not very good. I love it. Yes, I love it. I think it is. Okay, well, I like it. Okay. Tracy, you're welcome. I love that.
Let's just play water here. Hoping we can win.
Really, that's what I'm with you, young boy, but
Why do you mean more different players?
Okay, this is the envelope where they'll go eventually, guys. Envelope. Anybody else ready? Am I rushing? I didn't think it was something that would take a lot of time. Something else. Minutes. Oh, right. But guys, get ready, you're going to be having graduation invitations and thank you guys. We'll be running beer and market. Thank you for the itchy sweater.
First thing we said.
Thank you for the.
I don't like to know.
No, they're gonna give us 5 tickets for ourselves. Like they have football season.
I hope.
I'm the highest in the
I hope
room.
you're wrong.
Travis is,
His concerts are good.
no, that boy done taller.
Okay, the next thing we're gonna do, I'm not rushing most of our school right, and just those who are finished and start thinking about this. You know, in Tribe where we have that, I don't even know what it's called. It's your source, and you're able to put things in it, like your schedule, what clubs you're in, things like that. It's in your grade level folder, grade level classroom. Well, we're gonna be writing 30 lines, talking about writing a resume and a college application essay. So that's gonna be very beneficial to you, that information. And I know everybody has one because we had trial and we were very adamant that everyone did one. So, and you guys being seniors, I think we started that 2 years ago. You started your sophomore year, I'm thinking. And so you should have quite a bit of things in there. Makes it a lot easier. In the past, I had to think about what was I doing in ninth grade? What clubs, you know, what organizations, like, what did I do? So it'll be easier to go to that, to do that. You can also just start thinking about what strengths you have. I wanted to really kind of get that in your mind, not only yesterday, when we had the stars. Everybody has strengths, and certainly that's what we're gonna focus on our application essay and our resume.
Let's go with, is it MRS or MS?
MRS. When you're not sure if someone's married or not, MS is always appropriate. MISS is for a young girl.
No problem.
I'm gonna try to record. What?
How about somebody else at school can do this? Who's going to be? I forgot my shirt.
Oh,
Yeah, all of them.
you already know it's in there.
No, these were some.
Guys, I'm gonna share my screen with you all, okay? We're about to pull something up. If y'all need me, just, to just say you need me. Okay. All right, classroom. Okay.
My dog ate my shoe. Man, the wheel all over there. I can't, I'm trying to, I can't even force myself.
Look at that. You still have that.
Might have put that in.
Okay.
I'm looking for something, guys, in my classroom. I'm pretty sure I put it in 1B or 2B. I'm gonna have to, I did, I put it, okay. So, wow. All right. Okay, guys, if you're finished, everyone will need their Chromebook because we're about to have an assignment I just shared with you. I also shared it with every other English 12 student, which I wish I could just do it as needed anyway. This is something we're going to do to help you start thinking about your resume. So you'll need to open up your classroom. For this assignment, you will need to open a new document and you'll attach it when you're finished to this place right here because this is an assignment in there. And I'm going to talk you through it. I'm going to have you respond to questions I ask. You can number them, and this is for points also. It's under the journal topic in classroom. So you'll need to open a new document and get ready to attach it when it's time to come in. Okay? I'm not going to rush. I know a lot of people work, but I just want to let you know where we're going. While we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and put up a sample resume. And this is actually, I put this on your classroom on the resume assignment so you'll be able to look at it. And notice this is an academic resume, so it is one page. It's not perfect. I'll tell you what I don't like about it in a minute, but for the most part, it looks like a lot of resumes will look. Just out of curiosity, how many of you guys already have a resume? You made one a long time ago? Okay, the thing about resumes are they're good, but you need to constantly update them because you're constantly changing, you're constantly getting accolades, awards, you're getting more experience in things. So it needs to be updated. So those who have one, they're going to need to update them. Okay? So guys, there's a difference between an academic resume and a resume for a job. They look a little bit different. Now, if you're looking, what do you think would be the difference in an educational resume? I'm talking about kids who are seeking post-secondary education. They're going to a college or a community college. How would that look different than a regular resume, someone wanting a job? How do you think it would look different? Okay, well, that's exactly right. That's exactly right. Your education is going to come first. That is 100% right on an educational resume. When you graduate from high school or college and you're wanting a job, you'll still put that on there, but it won't go first. What will go first when you're seeking a job? What is it?
What you could drink, what could you bring to the
That's exactly right. They want to know your experience. They want to know what you've done. Skills come first. That's 100% right in experience. Y'all already know. That's great. So this is what's on the screen is an academic resume. And guys, there are so many templates. I'm going to tell you, I used to have everybody had the same template. I loaded it in Classroom for them. I just don't think we need to do that. If you need me to do that for you, I will. I'll pick one. But there are so many that I want you to kind of find how you like it organized. Okay. It doesn't matter as long as it is in this order: education first, And you don't necessarily have to put experience. Let me just go ahead and say this. We're all different. Some people have a lot of experience. Some people not so much because they've been focusing on maybe, other things. So they haven't worked outside. But now if you look at this resume, it's taking National Honor Society experience for that. Because let's face it, if you've done some volunteer work, you've gotten experience somehow working. All right, so everyone's going to look different. As long as you have education first, that's the most thing. I would say tout, T-O-U-T, tout your strengths on a resume. So that means if you have loaded with awards, I would put those after education and then go down. But again, that's kind of your call, okay? So on this one, names at the top, address, city, state, zip, phone number, permanent email. They don't have their school email. That is a permanent email. We talked about that, right? Education, be Westside High School. That's, you can put class of 2021. You can put the date. What is your graduation date? May 24th, 2021. That would go on there. You would put will graduate because you haven't graduated yet, but you will graduate pending you're going to do all your obligations 2021. You don't have to put your GPA. Some do, some don't, but I will tell you this, when you're applying for a college or a scholarship, they're going to have all your transcripts. They're going to know what you've taken. You don't really have to put your GPA unless you just want to. You don't have to put your ACT score. They're going to have that as well. Some people want to. You don't have to. So you're literally picking and choosing what you want to put on there. The basics are on the screen, what you need. Tout your strengths. Some of you guys you're in every activity. You're involved in the community. Make that work for you, right? So whatever it is, we're not lying. We're telling what we've been doing, but we're highlighting what we're the best at. Does that make sense in a resume? Okay. Experience. So this will tell you, begin each phrase, sentence, bullet. Here's the deal with this. If you're I would say do not use sentences. And I know academic resumes are different than those of getting a job, but make it short and be consistent. If you start using sentences, keep it up. But I would recommend not, okay? You want to use action verbs also with these. Headings, notice the headings. The expected headings would be education experience, work or volunteer, but others are up to you again, of course. Now, here's another thing I want to say about dates. When you started in something, be consistent on how you list it. If you start using year only, keep that up. Don't go year grade. You just want to say, I was in National Honor Society in 10th grade, and then keep that up. So I started playing football in 9th grade. Don't do years and then grade. Does that make sense? Be consistent in how you do that. You list the present first. So like if you're working right now, you would list your job you have right now. If you worked a year ago or 6 months ago at another place, where would that go? Underneath your current experience, okay? Unless it was a horrible experience, and then I wouldn't put it down, all right? Okay, what else? Activities, these are, again, now here, if you use activities instead of, you could use athletics, you could title it for organizations like the Boy Scouts, Girl Scout, National Honor Society. Band is an organization, or if you want to list it as an activity, you may. So there's some decisions you have to make here that are up to you. One thing I don't like about this resume, references on request, no, don't ever put that down. And I want to tell you, like I told my AP World Lit class the other day, you guys need to go ahead and start thinking about who you're going to ask to write a letter of recommendation for you. Teacher, coach, preacher, principal. And I know you may not have a reason right now. You could just go ahead and ask for a general letter of recommendation. But if you want them to write it for a specific scholarship or specific school or program, give them plenty of notice. Give them your resume with it. Don't expect that they're going to know all about you just from at school. I won't need it if you happen to ask me later when I know you better. I'll have all your resumes, but every other teacher, if you ask them, or principal, preacher, they're gonna want your resume so they can incorporate things from your resume in their letter. Does that make sense? Do not wait until the last minute to ask for letters of recommendation. Just not a good idea. Mr. Miller has an entire process you go through. You have to give him an application first, telling him all this first, and then he'll get you one, okay? Questions on resume. You ready to see some more, like a template or something like that? Let me go to, let's see, I've got that listed. Classroom. Okay, we're ready to do our journal. Journal writing. I'm switching gears first before we pick a template because this will help you. Has everybody got this opened and where they can, you're going to start a document to attach to this assignment. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay, so we're ready. Has everyone got a blank document open? Okay, ready to go. So what I want to do first, I'm going to use the journalistic style and I'm going to just ask you questions. This is kind of going to help your essay writing too. And the reason I do this is because some people fly through their resume, some people work on it at home, even if they don't have to, and then you'll be sitting here doing this, and I want you to be able to go from your resume to working on your essay. I don't like wasting class time. So I'm going to give you both assignments, and that way you can flow through them at your own speed. My first question is this. Number one on your document. You can type number one on your document. Is everybody able to do this? If you're not able to do this, you can have maybe a piece of paper. If you don't have your computer yet, a piece of paper and a pencil. I want you to point to this, okay? Am I going too fast? Is everybody with me? Okay. Okay, so number one, I'm going to ask, you can go ahead and write who, or type who, W-H-O. You can make a little dash. And you don't have to type this question, but who has made a difference in your life? Who is someone who has helped make you who you are? Go ahead and list that person and then maybe a sentence or something of a couple sentences on how they've done that. Doesn't have to be a family member. It can be someone in the community, someone at church, someone at school. So who has helped make you who you are? This is like a journal. This is, again, not going to be read in front of the class. I will look at it to make sure you did it, but that's it. How are you guys doing on y'all doing okay? Okay, great. You're not on the screen anymore, so. Instead of just listing a name, you can write that person's name and then how they helped make you who you are in a couple of sentences or two. That'll help you when you go back and think about what essay topic you want, okay? That's probably not having any type of question. You just know it was about this person. They help make you who you are. Do I need to repeat anything? Do I need to repeat the question? Does everyone have that? Okay. I'm not walking around as much as I used to because of my virtual, and I don't know. I'm trusting you guys are on what you need to be on. We do have GoGuardian that will start soon, and I can monitor all of that, but right now, we're doing this. Right, I'm going to move on to the second who. So you don't have to write number two. This is an additional who. Who is someone you have influenced? Who do you think, is there someone that you have influenced, positively or negatively? A sentence or two about that. A sentence or two about someone you have positively or perhaps negatively influenced. Do I need to repeat that second part of number one? Anybody? Someone you think you have positively or negatively influenced. Just a sentence or two about that. Okay. If you can't think of anybody, leave it blank, what, and we'll come, or who, and just nothing right. Influence, good, bad, question mark. If you can't think of it, that's okay. Just make a little note, influenced, question mark, good or bad, and leave it. Okay? That's okay. Are we ready for number two, or is it too fast? We okay? Are we good, guys? I don't know, are y'all good? Hello, are you there? Okay. Number two. Number two is, what is a memorable event? A memorable event in your life. So just, that's a broad question. Just a memorable event. Hopefully it's positive, but sometimes they're not. So positive or negative, memorable event. And again, you're just writing a couple sentences. You're not writing the essay right now. You're just making notes right now, okay? My virtual people doing okay? Y'all doing okay? All right. I don't have you on the screen now. I'm just got it off. You know that because you can see my screen.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so when you say, is that, I don't know how to say it. So like we did the who. So like,
Yeah.
will we get from this what? Or what? Will we put the whole question?
Okay, so you're talking about the who?
Yeah, that
Just-
was the first question, right?
Yes, it's a person who made you who you are.
Okay, I have that.
And a person, if you can think of a person who you've influenced positively or negatively. Does that make sense? That's part of who, if you can think of it. If
Okay.
not, just make a note and you can come back to it, or it just might not work out. The second one, number two, is a what. What is a memorable event that's positive or negative?
Okay.
So again, you're just listing it and maybe a couple of sentences or two about it, and we're moving on. Okay? Is it too fast if I go to the second part of number two? Y'all, hello? No? Are y'all okay?
We're not. So there's two parts to number one, right?
There's two parts to number one.
All right, that's why I said two.
There's two parts to number two. There'll probably be two parts to all these. Okay? If you can't, I can't think of anything, just jot down what it is, influence, question mark, good, bad, and move on. Fine. Are we ready for the second part of number two? Everybody? Y'all ready for the second part of number two? Okay, number two, second part. If there's an event you can go back and change, what event would you go back and change if you could? If you go back and change an event, what would you go back and change and why? Just briefly, just a couple of sentences, because you're not doing your essay here, you're just getting some ideas. Let me staple that and put that at the bottom of the stapler. Thank you so much. I think that's everybody's in the class, except my virtual, so I'm gonna lock this up. I'll lock that. So, yeah. Okay, so we're on, what are we on? We're on,
Three.
okay, so our second part to number two is if you could go back and change something, what would it be? Number three. When did you know what you wanted to do after high school? And so that's a question that if you're like, I don't know what I want to do, then that's what you'd write down. I still don't know. When did you know what you want to do and what circumstances led you to that? So kind of a when may have not happened yet, and that's okay. I don't know what I want to do yet for sure, and that's okay. But with that, do you know if you are you leaning toward college? Are you leaning toward going right into the workforce, military? Just maybe, or you still might not know that, and that's okay. Just so when did you realize, like, you know, have you since you were little you wanted to be a teacher, or did you find out this summer? You know. Yes, just briefly. Just stop your race, so just kind of join your ideas. And guys, it's okay if you didn't know, if you don't know. I totally expect to see several who don't know, and that's okay. I may just have one part for number 3. Is that gonna mess y'all up if that's not even? Okay. I just want to make sure those who, you know. I don't want to rush you either. Is it okay for number 4? Are we ready for this is gonna be the where. Where? All right, where is going to be a special place, a place that you love hanging out. You love being there. It's your go-to place. Where is that? Just list it. Maybe you're going to know what it is. Where is it? How does it make you feel when you're there? Maybe. Of course, that's a how, but special place. Where is your special place? Yes.
I have plenty of them.
Well, good. We'll pick, maybe list a few or pick your favorite or. No, there's not. I'm doing it to kind of time and it's no, so. Unless if you think of something that you want to write down, go ahead and branch out from that. These are just to help you get started. A lot of essays have these elements in them for college essays while I'm doing this. All right.
Oh, God.
Okay, number 5. Am I not rushing? Are my virtual okay? You guys okay? Okay. Y'all need more time? That's fine. Just let me know. If you want to jot it down, if that's okay, because you might write about that. I know it's kind of hard not to just show, but we're just making notes. Okay, so we're still waiting on number 4. Someone's still writing? Are we good to go?
Yes.
5? Okay, 5. 5 just has one part. Now this might be a little bit different. So everyone feels strongly about something. Everyone's got something they feel strongly about. Okay, that is true. Probably more than one thing. What is something you feel strongly about and why? Now, why? Why do you feel that way? So you're feeling strongly about something, but you need to write down just a few words why you feel strongly about blank. Does that make sense? 4 is a special place. Where is a special place you love to be? Special. 5 is we all feel strongly about something. So you're going to list something you feel strongly about and then describe why, just in a few sentences, why you feel that way. Feel strongly about something. Very opinionated on something, and this is why. Why are you just not, it doesn't really matter about it, you know? Why does it matter so much? can't wait to read these. I will read these. I'm not gonna read your letters. I'm gonna read these.
But
I'll know more about you. You know, it'll help me know more about you. You know? I look forward to it. All right, and I think we've got time for 6, and then class is gonna be right over. I can't believe it.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
Oh, no, I changed on your tech time. I'm so sorry. 6 real quick, 6.
oh,
How will you make decisions? This is for like now to the future. Decisions about everything. How will you make decisions? What will you do? What process will you go through? This is number 6. Are you just gonna fly by the seat of your pants? Are you going to think things through before, it's kind of a weird question, but how do you make decisions? Do you run it by somebody? Parent, guardian, grandparent, friend?
when we're done with it, do we just, yeah, turn it in?
What is it, hon?
When we're done, do we just turn it in?
When you're done, you turn it in and you have a measly minute for tech time. I'm so sorry. It took too long. Why didn't you repeat any of those? How are my virtual? Are y'all okay, virtual? Virtual? Awesome. All right. We've got like just a couple minutes left. So I'm not hanging up on y'all yet. I'm just, good. All right. Guys, I hope this helps you. I know it might be kind of weird, but I hope you feel like you're kind of being jogged a little bit, like, hey, what am I going on? Thinking about your essay. Take yourself. Okay? Does everybody know how to do that? How to turn it in, make it doc? I'm on 1B. Thank you. Yeah, 1B is probably going, what is she doing? I'm on 1B because that's where I put the assignment. Thank you. Hi, thank you very much, honey. You'll get this back, okay? Thank you. Perfect. Looks great, guys. Looks fantastic. Good.
They can't touch us, really, can't kill us.
I'm doing well. You doing all right?
I gotta check my car when I get
We're
home.
talking about a house.
We're not going,
I'm getting my way and it's hard to check.
Probably is.
Yeah, we're gone. Yeah, well, they got
Priority.
Yeah.
Good. Exciting. It's always something. You'll have a good day tomorrow. Resume writings coming up. That was awesome. Okay, I've got, guys, I'll see y'all later, okay?
Bye.
Have a good day. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.